Hey YouTube, Facebook, it's Kevin. I wanted to give a quick commentary on the Oakland Raiders moving to Las Vegas. First thing that comes to mind when I heard about this, it's a business. NFL's a business, baseball's a business, basketball, all sports are a business. It doesn't matter if they're professional or amateur. The point of sports at that level is to separate you and me from our money. And that's the bottom line. Sports is a business. It's all business. Doesn't matter what league it is, doesn't matter if the league has players that donate to charity or have foundations in your city. It doesn't matter if you feel the connection to them in the city or you don't. It is still a business. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is going to win out. Do I think it's a good move for the Raiders in the short term? Yes. They get a great new stadium, a dome stadium. It's going to be new, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be Vegas. At first, I think it's going to be a good move for them, obviously. It's going to be an improvement because they've been playing in the worst stadium in the NFL. Long term, however, I question the sanity of the move. You can make the argument that if any team can make it in Vegas, the Raiders would be the team because they have that appeal. They have Raider Nation, probably the most loyal fan base in the entire world. People around the world know who the Raiders are. I don't know if the level of fanaticism, though, that you have in Oakland and that you had even in Los Angeles is going to be the same in Las Vegas. And that's no slight on Vegas at all. There are great people over there, I'm sure, and there's going to be a lot of Raiders fans making those games. Long term, I'm very skeptical about the move, but I watched a lot of newscasts, a lot of reaction from the Oakland fans, and it reminded me a lot of my youth in Houston. Same thing went on with the Houston Oilers when they announced they were leaving. Very similar situation as far as the negotiations between the city and the ball club. Probably in Oakland, it was even less friendly environment to do business. But the bottom line is I get what's going on in Oakland. I know how the people out there feel, because when I was a boy, I was an Oilers fan, and it really honestly broke my heart when the Oilers left town. So I do feel for the people of Oakland. What I would encourage people to do: follow sports, enjoy sports, don't give up on sports at all, but always keep in the back of your mind that this is still a business. Kind of let that temper your emotions for sports. Let it balance out the fanaticism a little bit. Always keep that in the back of your mind that, you know, at the end of the day, these players don't really care about me. They don't know who I am. They really don't care. As long as they get paid, generally, that's all they care about. And I really don't blame them for that. I think that's just real life. It's like us going to our jobs. Generally, at some point, we're going to hit that wall where we say, you know what, I'm just here to do my job. I want to get my check. I want to go home. So I don't blame any of the sports athletes for thinking that way. But it's something we need to take into consideration. And you know what's funny is the old timers will remember when teams would not even give this much notice. There would be no year or 2 year notice like the Raiders gave, where they're going to be playing for 2 more years in Oakland. You had teams like the Baltimore Colts back in the day that just packed up their stuff and moved out of town in the middle of the night. So for all the young generation millennial or Generation Z watching this, ask an old timer about the Baltimore Colts and how they left the city of Baltimore to go to Indy. Interesting story there. But this has been going on for a long time. I know it hurts. I know the people in Oakland are hurting. I would suggest to them this. Number one, remember it's a business, it's a business, it's a business. Number two, take the time that you would have invested into the Raiders next season or the year after that. If you're not going to the games, don't just follow some other team. Go do something active with your life. Hang out with your family more. Call up a long lost friend. Learn how to play a musical instrument. Join a gym. Play a sport yourself. Come up with a new sport. There are so many things out there for you to do. Use this anger, use being pissed off to your advantage, and do something about it and better yourself. That's all I got to say. I love the Raiders, and I'm sorry for the people in Oakland. It's going to be a wild ride. Long term, I think it's a big mistake The Raiders are going out to Vegas. I think they should have stayed in California. Short term, they will see a windfall. They'll get a great new stadium. Unfortunately, though, bottom line is this is a business. And the folks in Oakland and Northern California were reminded of that fact this week. Hope you're having a good time wherever, whenever you're at. God bless you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks, buddy.